Mira Business FM. The sound of success.
The morning drive here at Mira Business FM continues. Real Estate for Dummies continued. This time with Ajay Menon, the CEO of Luxe Vista Real Estate. Dubai real estate investment can really bring you great returns. However, there's some basic effort required on your part. Ajay, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Tim.
Good to have you here. Let's talk about some of those common mistakes that people make and should avoid doing when they're investing in Dubai real estate in a moment. First of all, though, I found this morning, and I was so excited because it made me think of you, because I know how much you love a branded residence, a branded home. And what we have now is Manchester City Yas Residences by Ohana. So it's a whole community, 1.67 million square meters on the Yas Canal waterfront. What about that? I mean, that's a huge thing. It's interesting, though, this. I know you know, I know how you feel about this, but undeniably, some branded residences are very successful, very sought after. But this is slightly different in that I have an Emirati friend of mine said to me years ago, he said, Tim, do you know what we call Manchester City and Abu Dhabi? And I went, what, Saif? And he went, Nadina. And I went, well, what does that mean? It says it means our team. And he kind of did that, you know, what the footballers do when they score on his chest. And I thought, that's actually quite a sweet thing to say. I quite like that. But that's a new thing announced today. Immediate thoughts?
See.
Okay. I knew you'd be pleased.
I'm mighty pleased, actually.
Yeah.
No. See, this is Manchester City branded residences.
Yes.
By Ohana. Ohana is a great developer.
Yes.
Right? So that's okay. The location, Yas, is also great.
Right.
Fine. It's the brand association. If you are a hardcore Manchester City fan, go for it. It's yours. Mm-hmm. But will that add value to you? Emotionally, if it is yes, great for you.
Right.
But commercial-wise, it might not add value. Will it be a huge successful launch and sellout? Yes, absolutely. It has got that, you know, that my feeling to it, because obviously Manchester City was always owned by Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of Emirati pride in this project.
Well, there's that, and then of course the success of Man City. I was talking to my father last night. He's an Arsenal fan. They lost at the weekend. Manchester City are kind of snapping at their heels with another couple of teams. So it looks better than it did last season. So if you get that kind of success and you feel like you're a part of that and it's your team, you know, I can see why people go for that. It's not my thing. But
No, definitely. It's not my thing either. But will people make money out of it? Maybe, because obviously there is a bunch of people who will want to buy it and who will want to buy it from your hand on a later date. So it is okay. But is it worth? I need to look at what the pricings are. Are they charging that additional 20-30% premium on this? I have no idea.
Yeah,
if they charge, then I don't think it's a great thing.
I don't know what the prices are yet. I've got to say, I just wanted to bring it up because I know I wanted to see the smile on your face when I mentioned branded residence again. So look, let's start. Last week we were talking about real estate for dummies after that great series of, I don't know, help books. What are they all for? First question for you today, if you're going to go and buy a property, the one thing that you should have in place, aside from funding and desire and, you know, the furniture to put in the place, is an objective, isn't it?
Definitely. That is the first question I ever ask the investor. What exactly is your objective? What do you want to do with this project? Is it for you to live? Is it for you to flip when you get it at handover? Or do you want to put it for short-term rental? Or do you want to put it for long-term rental? Yeah. So these are the 4 questions I ask.
Right.
Depending on that, then we need to select the project, because there is probably around 5% of the projects in all over UAE that can fit all this, tick all the boxes.
Right, okay.
Otherwise, it might be a good product to live in, and it could be a good, great investment to rent it long term. It might not be great for short-term rental. Then there are some things which is great for short-term rental and long-term rentals only. You don't want to live in it yourself. So that's what I mean by go for the objective. You should have a clear objective, and then a consultant, somebody like me, I can actually help you with what unit you should buy.
You see, that's important, I think, because, you know, it's not just about joining the train. Everybody I know is buying a property. To buy UAE, it's all about property and, you know, real estate, get in. It's what are you doing it for? That's the first thing, and that's really important.
No, because it's very important, because then you will buy with some expectation, which is you have not communicated to your broker or your advisor.
Right.
And they get you some product, and if it is not up to what you expected and you will always be disappointed with, one, the agent, and disappointed with Dubai as a real estate investment haven, which is not what Dubai is. If you put money in the right product in Dubai, you will make money.
Okay. So with that in mind, you should have an objective in place going in, but you should also have an exit plan as well.
Very important. Very important. The exit plan is as important as an objective, because obviously, even if you are buying for something for yourself to live in, you might live there for 10 years, you might even live there for 15 years, but eventually plan, if you exit, who's going to take it off from you? Otherwise, even if you are buying an investment unit, always think about who is going to rent it from you, or who is going to take it off from you the moment you want to sell. So go for something which has a universal appeal. A good developer, good floor plan, good location. These are always, just to give you some example, downtown Dubai Marina will always have that value. If it is from a reputed developer, it will always have that value. You can always sell it. Your real estate investment is typically not liquid, but these are liquid, and liquid, by liquid I mean, if you want to put it up for sale, it should go in 1 to 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to buy these kind of universally appealable product where the demand is kind of high.
Okay, you mentioned something really practical there, floor plans.
Yeah.
How important is that?
Very, very important. Sometimes I go to a launch, I see the floor plans, and I really want to see which idiot designed this. Which college did they pass out after their architecture course? I mean,
okay.
A floor plan with an internal area which is equal to your terrace or your balcony, or the balcony is bigger than your internal area. Come on, who wants to live in this? Why would you come up with a design like this?
Do you know, I lived in a place until a couple of years ago, and I could never work out why the bedroom was so small. And I realized because they put a massive balcony there for absolutely no reason. So, yeah, I'm kind of with you.
And the recent, the much hype, there was a recent branded development that came in, which was, everybody was here. The big Italian singer was here. The unit, the terrace is bigger than your internal area.
Yeah.
And the terrace has a jacuzzi.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that before as well. We'll come on to that in a moment. I mean, that's something we need to talk about. But, balcony areas tend to be... The idea of a balcony I really like, but they're kind of redundant a lot of the time. You have to sweep them all the time, and it's too hot to be out there anyway. And I always think...
See, you should have a small balcony for multiple reasons. There might be smokers who want to smoke outside.
Okay.
Right.
Drying clothes is another one, I suppose.
No, drying clothes should not be the reason why you should be getting a balcony. Right? That's an eyesore for your neighbors. And well, there is another thing. In Dubai, where most of the period is very hot, that's obsolete, is a wasted area. So you should have a minimal balcony space, unless you have a fantastic waterfront view or a golf view or a green view or whatever it is. And there is one particular project which has a patented technology, which has a cooled balcony.
I've heard about this. We were talking about this last week, but it's built in, and how does that work?
Okay, they're not paying me anything, but it's a project called Reef Developments, and they've got the patent for the next, I don't know, so many years. Only they can have it. So what happens is, like, you are getting into the balcony, you just walk down a little bit, and the balcony is more like a sunken seating, and that is where the AC is. So it's glass. You're sitting here. You're protected by glass. So whatever is within this seating area and the glass is your temperature that you set, 20 degrees, 22 degrees, whereas your outside temperature is 40, 44 degrees, whatever it is.
Clever. And because you step down, hot air rises.
No, and they have this AC thing which is running on this one.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't take much power. It's very energy efficient.
That's so
It's very
clever.
cool. It's one of the good. Nobody talks much about it, but actually they have a very unique product.
It makes a lot of sense. So, outdoor living, 12 months of the year. Jacuzzis on the balcony. Let's talk about this.
Again,
See the look on your face.
I, I mean, it looks cool, yes.
Yes.
But there are two things to it, or rather, couple of things, three things to it. One is your bathtub leaks. You have a bathtub that leaks. Imagine it is more like a bathtub on the balcony. If it leaks, where does it go? The water goes to the ground
It's
floor.
fraught with maintenance issues, yeah, admittedly.
You have to pay the issues. You even have to deal with your neighbors living below if your unit leaks. And there is also one more thing that people don't understand. Water is a very heavy object. It's high density. And these balconies are more like cantilever. There is no support. There is no supporting structure underneath.
Yeah.
If it's in the bathroom, of course, you have weight-bearing columns, weight-bearing loads, whatever it is. But in balcony is more like, look at the tension. There is nothing holding the balcony here. It's all connected. It's like a cantilever thing. So if there is water into that bathtub or jacuzzi or whatever they want to call it, it's weighing you down. At one stage, depending on the quality of the developer, it's a risky thing.
It's not to say that it will happen or has happened, but there is a potential there because you need to have more support for something with that much weight. That's fair. Also, it's going to be expensive, isn't it?
They were bills because, and it's not even just a normal balcony. We're talking about normal swimming pool. During summers, the water evaporates. And once the water evaporates, the water automatically pumps in. So which means it's constant water coming in, and that means there were bills.
It's a good point. Okay. It's a shame because that was, ever since I told you I was in hospital that time and my son came to visit me, looked out the balcony, saw the jacuzzis on a building that was being built. Ever since it's been his dream. And you've just shattered my firstborn's dream. But I'll let you off. We're back at branded residences here in your list of things that you need to consider carefully if you're jumping into a real estate purchase.
Okay, if you are so on to branded residence, just try to stick with hospitality brand and wellness related brands only.
Okay.
Yeah, other ones, the football brands, the fashion brands, the Gucci's and the Louis Vuittons and whatnot. No.
But why hospitality and wellness over showing your football colours, for example? What makes you?
No, because the hospitality thing actually elevates your lifestyle in that particular building. Okay. So if you just take the logo from this building to another building, what is it adding value to? If it is a hospitality brand, they bring that service into that whole aspect of living.
Right.
And that is one thing. And the same thing with your wellness brands. If there is, wellness is a great concept going on now. We're talking about sauna, steam rooms, oxygen therapy, hyperbaric therapies, everything in your building. Stem cells, something which Arada brought in. And they've got their own new brands called Akala and Inora. So amazing, really out of the world.
I'm wondering if you're speaking English at the moment. I've never heard of any of these things. I've got to be honest. But that's amazing. Hyperbaric chambers, oxygen therapy,
stem cell therapy,
where you live.
Where you live, yeah.
That's
because some of the people that are living and working in DIFC,
right.
They are CEOs. They make billion-dollar decisions, and they have to be in their peak performance.
Sure.
And they do not have time to go to a gym, or they don't have much time to travel around. So if they're going to be living in a branded residence like this, where you have your coaches, your wellness treatments in that residence, so that these are buildings for those kind of people.
It makes sense. It does. Okay. Next up, should I just go directly to a developer? Is that a good idea?
Definitely a bad idea.
Okay. Shut up, Tim.
So no. I know why I say this is because, don't get me wrong, because developers have a great deal of information about their particular project. No other broker can give you that. Right. But the developer is not going to understand what is the comparables in the near area. And even if they know, hi Tim, okay, since you've come to me, let me tell you that there is a developer Y. Why don't you go there? And they might have a product better than our product. They're not going to tell you that, right? Okay. They're going to sell their product. And And not all units are built equal. You have some, even with the best of developers, there are some units that is not so great desirable. We are talking about in a waterfront property, there are properties that doesn't have any water views. There must be this one of those, the first floors and the second floors, the ground floors or whatever it is, which doesn't have a great view, which there must be another building next to it, or there must be something that is blocking a view. So these are units they will try to typically sell to an average client who does not understand the full picture. So if you and I go, when we are going, even if you're buying a one-bedroom apartment, I want the best views. I want the best floor plan because I will go with that idea. And even if I'm advising a client, I'm going to advise him go for this particular unit, not that particular unit, because of reasons X, Y, Z. An average guy doesn't know. They're just going to they think, okay, the location is great, the developer is great, and if I buy there, I will get appreciation. Not, he might be okay than going to a unknown developer in an unknown location, but he will not get the best results.
Okay, there you go. That's us told. Should I buy a unit with a pure off-plan agent?
Again, bad idea.
It's good I'm not in the market at the moment.
Now, not many people understand. Say, now, anybody who doesn't get a job becomes a real estate agent and an off-plan specialist at that. Because there's absolutely zero requirement. They don't even need an office. They just give an exam and that's about it. There is very low barrier to entry. Anybody can become that. And they might not even be a full-time real estate guy. If they must have something on the side, there might be a cabin crew, there might be salon guy in the daytime and part-time real estate guy. What you need to understand is if you buy through these people, number one, they might know one or two properties, or they might even have information about whatever the properties in the market. But once it comes to handover, they are not going to support you in anything that is you will need it when you get the property. That is, they won't help you with snagging. They won't even be probably here when you get the product. They don't have an office. They don't have an area of operation. Most of them are operating from some remote place in the kitchen, in the normal working hours. So you cannot find where they are. If they leave, you are left onto your own. You should always ask them how long you've been here. What is your resale and rental support? So are they doing resales? Are they doing rental support? So you need to go with an agency that does everything.
Yeah, actually, to be fair, see, this is, I'm just going to point something out. This is not you saying that real estate agents can't be trusted or they're all a certain way, because that's not the case.
No.
But your point is well made, that it is pretty easy to be a real estate agent as a side hustle. So it's kind of a bit of extra pocket money here, I'll get a little commission there, and potentially a very successful level of commission for some people, of course.
And the most important thing is basically, I'm sorry to cut you off, but the most important thing is you should definitely trust your agent. Because a good agent is as good as your lawyer and your doctor. You should be very transparent. You should discuss everything in the thing. But I'm talking about pure off-plan agents who have not been in the market much. We do not know the traction. And if they don't have a support team to support you when you really need it, because anybody can guide you to a project, but once you get that, you need to do the snagging. You need to do arrange mortgage. Somebody has to assist you there. Once you get the product, then somebody has to, if you want to resell it, they have to support you in resales. If you want to rent it out, they have to support you in rentals. So especially if you are an international investor, you don't know anybody here. You just bought it through some random agent and he's no longer to be found. What are you going to do for sitting in a different country?
No, this is true. And, the point is that local knowledge is so important. So a really good real estate agent is worth their weight in gold. That's fair. We've got about halfway through the questions I had for you today. So, Ajay, I'm going to suggest next week we'll do season 3 of Real Estate for Dummies, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
For now, Ajay Menon, CEO of Luxe Vista Real Estate. It's always good to have you in. Thank you. Appreciate that. Good to see you.